you're gonna need dumbbells for the second to last block. Outside of that, it's just gonna be a lot of fun. Everything's on a different timer today, and we're doing slightly different things. So, first block, we start off with everything on the minute for 2 laps. We start with walkouts. Take those hands to the ground, walk it forward, hit that high plank, squeeze that core, walk it on back. After a minute there, we're going to a minute of high knees. So you can always march those knees up or run it out. That's going to take us into reverse lunges on the minute. So we're just going to alternate those sides. Always try to sink straight down with those hips, never leaning it forward. Then we're going to go down and hold that plank for that whole minute. So belly button's in that spine, core is nice and tight. And then we'll take it back up and repeat, starting with that walkout. So crew, let's go ahead and check it out. Get it ready, starting with that walkout on the minute in 3, 2, 1, let's walk it out. Hit that plank, squeeze butt, squeeze core, walk it on back, hands to the air, and repeat. Good crew, just warming it up. 30 down, 30 to go. We're working up to 15 seconds till we get high knees. Crew, let's get ready. We got high knees in 3, 2, 1. Starting to run it up, or again, just march with those nice high knees. The goal is to just start to get that heart rate up and wake up for the day. Again, if you have the room, you can move around. And if you don't, run in place. We got 30 down, 30 into those reverse lunges. Keeping the knees moving. Here we got those reverse lunges coming in 15. And reverse lunge in 3, 2, 1. Take it back. Sit in those hips. Drive it on up. And switching sides. Again, alternate as we go for that whole minute here. Common faults with lunges is if you have one side stronger than the other, sometimes the knee will collapse inward, either in the front or the back. So always make sure that you have that little tension going on the out as we go down and drive back up. In about 25 seconds, we'll go into that 1 minute plank hold. Plenty of options, palms, elbows, knees, or toes. Looking good, crew. We got about 10 seconds here. Now let's go ahead and hold that plank for the minute in 3, 2, 1. Holding on that plank for that whole minute. Again, hips are in line with shoulders. Shoulders over elbows or wrists on the ground. Here we be on knees or toes. Making sure that butt's tight. Looking good, crew. Coming up to that 30-second mark. We've got just about 30 seconds to go. Again, if you feel like you're dropping those hips, try and bring them up. Keep those shoulders stacked. We got just 15. We made it back into that walkout in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna walk it out. Second lap. Again, hit that nice high plank every time, squeezing it out and walking it back. Down, 30 to go. Looking good, crew. We got about 10 seconds. We get those high knees in 3, 2, 1. Nice solid high knees. Your legs are moving. Looking solid, crew. Nice little warm-up block is getting closer to being done. Count up 30 down, 30 until those lunges. Keeping it going, 15. Crew, get ready to reverse lunge in 3, 2, and 1. Go in that reverse lunge, sinking down into those hips and driving it back up. Again, for extra funsies, squeezing those glutes together, especially on that way back up. And just find that balance. We've got 30 down, 30 to go. Just 15. Then we get that nice little plank hold for that final minute. Again, palms, elbows, knees or toes. In 3, 2, 1. Let's hit that plank. Squeeze that core. Shoulders over whatever's on the ground. Now if you're on your elbows, there's a temptation to hold your hands together. Maybe keep them separate. That's going to help keep those shoulders down back. Looking good, crew. We got 30 down, 30 to go. The alarm is going off that I set for if I slept in today. We got just 15. Crew, get that nice little break in 3, 2, 1. Take that quick little breather. I'm gonna stop that. Okay. So now that we finished that plank, let's go ahead and talk about block number 2. Again, we're not doing any extra weights on this one because the goal is to focus on that range of motion. So we start with 30 seconds of squatting. So feet shoulder width apart, sit down in those hips as low as we can, drive it up, keeping that chest, proud core engaged as we go. The focus is filling those glutes and quads. That takes us to push-ups. Again, knees or toes. We're gonna play with how low we can go and use that exhale to drive us on up. Again, you can even go all the way flat to the ground, lift the hands, and then press up to practice that range of motion. That also takes us to curtsey lunges. We're trying to take that leg back behind and sit into those hips and drive it up. Again, if you have any hip issues, just going into that reverse lunge works as well. That kicking the leg behind is that extra challenge. We got single legs on each side, so we'll do 30 on the right, 30 on the left. Again, trying to go head to heel. Like a paintbrush, we want to avoid the boom boom kind of deal. So crew, let's shake it out. 30 seconds per exercise for 3 rounds, starting with those squats. In 3, 2, and 1. Get nice and low, drive up, squeeze the top. And you'll notice I keep my knees out as I'm going down and back up. If you ever feel like those knees collide inward, pretend you have a band and you're pushing against it. We got push-ups next in about 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, push it up. Get as low as you can. Exhale, drive up. Perfect. Through those elbows, go back at that 45-degree angle. We got just 10 seconds till that curtsey lunge. Let's hear a curtsey in 3, 2, and 1. Curtsey lunge, sitting back into that hip. Again, it's important that we feel like we're going more straight down with those hips than rocking side to side. In 15, we start those single leg deadlifts. Here we got that right single leg deadlift in 3, 2, 1. Plant that right foot. You're moving left heel, trying to stay in line with that head. You're going to feel the butt and back leg of the right side. And try and keep that hip square to the ground. So if you feel like it rotates out, nay, point it down. In 10 seconds, we switch sides. Let's switch in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Same position, same workflow. At the end of this, we'll start round 2 of 3 with those bodyweight squats. Crew, we got just 3, 2, 1, back to those squats. Again, challenging the depth we go. Keep weight in those heels. Looking good, we got 15 down. Push-ups are next. In 3, 2, 1, push-ups. Get it low, drive it high. Looking good, we got 10 seconds till that curtsey lunge. Still playing with that range of motion. And in 3, 2, 1, curtsey lunge. Going side to side. You can see how low you can get into those hips. Ten seconds, we go back into that right single leg deadlift. In 3, 2, 1, right side. See if you can't go a little further, get a little bit more of a stretch through the leg that's staying on the ground. If it helps you, your foot is the tip of the paintbrush, your head is the handle. Try to move like you're tipping it over. 10 seconds, we switch sides. In 3, 2, 1, switching sides. Again, if you need to fall short, especially on deadlift, make sure you find that balance. We got 15 till we start round 3. Let's get ready for those squats in 3, 2, 1. Sink it down. Drive it up. Last time we're here. Again, challenging that range. Looking solid, crew. We got just 10 seconds until we get to those push-ups. In 3, 2, 1. Push-ups, 30 seconds. Looking solid, crew. We got just 15. Crew, we got that curtsey lunge in 3, 2, 1. Curtsey lunge, sitting back in those hips. Again, challenging how low we can go for our last time here. Looking solid, crew. We go on that single leg deadlift on the right side in 2, 1. Right side deadlift. We're going to try and keep that head heel in line. Just 15. Hoofda. Hoofda, hoofda, hoofda. Not falling over. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Looking good, we got 15. We're getting ready for that next break in 3, 2, and 1. Catching that breath. So, next round is going to be short and quick, just 2 exercises, 30 seconds per exercise. We're going to do it 4 times through. We start with those mountain climbers, so shoulders over wrist, taking that knee into that chest, all the way back out. Remember, you're not scooching back away from those palms, rather shoulders stay over. And then 30 seconds for sit-ups. Or again, you can always do that crunch. Remember, on the way down, keeping it slow and controlled. So you're going to go back to back, 30-30 for 4 rounds. Let's go ahead and shake it out. Get ready to pick it up with those mountain climbers. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's get into those mountain climbers. Knee to that chest, shoulder over those wrists. Squeezing that core. Already 15 seconds down. We're going to flip it over, go into that full sit-up. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Full sit-up, explode up. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Then super slow control down. Looking good, crew. This is the first of 4 rounds. Crew, we've got to flip it over in 3, 2, 1. Back to that mountain climber. Core is tight. Looking good. Again, shoulder over wrist. Every round we should start to feel that core a little bit more, since that is a good solid focus for us. We flip it over for those sit-ups in 3, 2, 1. Going back to that sit-up, all the way up. Slow control on that way down. Looking solid. 15 till we start round 3. Mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers. Keeping those shoulders over wrists. Looking good. We're coming up. 15 down. 15 to go. Crew, we flip back in 3, 2, 1. To those sit all the way ups. Control all the way downs. We've got one more round after this. "15 seconds till we start that final round. Mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1. Back to that mountain climber. Keeping that core in there. "15 down, 15 to go. Here we flip it over for those sit-ups in 3, 2, 1. Sit up, squeeze, control down. Looking solid. We got 15 down, 15 to go. We got just 3, 2, 1. Take that nice little breather. I was talking about round number 4. So this one, 45 seconds per exercise, 3 times through. We're gonna start with those weights, holding them right by those shoulders. You go wide or narrow. We go down in that squat. When we stand it up, we press overhead. Control nice and slow down. Take it on down and press. Again, we do that with palms facing each other for that narrow grip. We get into a plank position. Feet nice and wide. Alternate that low row. Keeping that core nice and engaged. You can always take it down to those knees as needed. We flip it onto our backs. Put the weights on the hips. Go into that weighted bridge. Control down. Where we feel the weights, the exercise in the backs of those legs. So if they're up front, walk those feet further away to really get those hammies active. From there, we hold the weights in the arms. Knees are at 90. Alternate that dead bug. Low back stays flat in the ground. Opposite hand, opposite leg move. Again, the weights can be optional for that one. So we got 45 seconds per exercise, 3 times through. Let's shake it out and get ready to take it up with that squat to shoulder press in 3, 2, and 1. And go wide or narrow, sit down that squat, exhale to press, control down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together that whole time. Looking good, crew. In 15, we switch it to that plank low row. In 3, 2, 1, plank low row, drive it up, control it on down. Again, that elbow comes up by that hip, super slow and controlled down. Try not to throw those hips around as we go. Here in 15, we flip it onto our backs for those weighted bridges. Let's flip it over. Weighted bridge in 3, 2, and 1. Drive up. Slow and control down. You're gonna squeeze the butt. Feel it in the backs of those legs. as we go. Looking good. Remember to squeeze at the top, control on the way down. In 15, we take it into those alternate dead bugs. In 3, 2, 1, alternate dead bugs, core is tight, opposite arm, opposite leg out, drive it back up, switching sides. Bring the low back, flat into that mat. Looking good, crew. Here in 15, we're going to start round 2 of 3. Crew, let's get ready. We take it up for that squat to shoulder press. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat it to that shoulder press. Nice and low. Slowly high. Control down. Again, pinch those shoulder blades together. That whole range of motion. Looking solid, crew. We got just 10 seconds till that plank low row. In 3, 2, 1, plank low row, drive it up, control it on down. You're gonna keep that core squeezed the whole time. Fifteen seconds till that bridge. In 3, 2, 1. Back in that bridge. Weights on that hip bone. Drive up. Control on down. Squeezing at the top. Looking solid, crew. We got just 15. Here we go into those dead bugs in 3, 2, 1. Going to the dead bug. Opposite hand, opposite heel. Locking those shoulders down back. Here in 30, we'll start the final lap of these exercises. Looking good, crew. Getting it ready for that squat to shoulder press. In 3, 2, 1. Squat to shoulder press. Sit back down in those hips. Exhale as we explode it up. Control as we go down. Solid, crew. We are getting closer to being done with this last, or the second to last block. Just keeping that body moving. Here in 15, we got that plank low row. In 3, 2, 1. Plank low row, core tight, drive up, control down. Looking solid, crew. Again, controlling those weights on the way to the ground. Seconds. Then we get to change it up to that bridge. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go down into that bridge. Drive it up. Control it on down. Squeezing at the top. You're gonna walk those feet away from that body. If you're feeling like it's more in the quads than the hammies. Looking solid, crew. Here in 15. We'll get one more exercise before that break. We got those alternating dead bugs in 3, 2, 1. Alternating dead bug. Send out, control back. Looking good, crew, just 15 seconds. Get that nice little break before the final block in 3, 2, and 1. Let's shake it on out. Talk about this final block. 2 exercises. On the minute, we're gonna do it twice through. Pop jacks and power jacks. So for that pop jack, you're in that plank position, you step or hop those feet forward to end up in that squat position, so you want to feel those legs work, and then back into that plank to feel that core. At the end of that minute, we grab onto that weight, which can be optional. Hop the feet out so if weight goes overhead, right back in, and do that for that whole minute. So again, 4 minutes of work till we're done. 2 exercises, each one twice through. Let's shake it out, starting with those pop jacks in 3, 2, 1. Pop jack, so we get that plank, step hop forward in that squat, and repeat. Looking good. You can always pause for that 1/1000 in that plank, pause for that 1/1000 in that squat, feel those muscles. $30 down, 30 to go. Looking good, crew, keeping it going. We got just 15. Crew, let's take it up to that power jack in 3, 2, 1. Power jacks, here we go. Step or hop it out. Pressing that weight overhead. As always, you can take it to that step if you need to. Looking good. We got 30 down, 30 to go. Coming up on 15. Let's get ready for that pop jack in 3, 2, 1 minute of pop jacks. Here we go, plank. to squat to plank. Looking good. 30 down, 30 to go into our final minute of work. Still feeling those planks, still feeling those squats. Coming up to 15. Crew, we get those pop jacks in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, final minute. Keep those feet working. We got this, crew, just 45 seconds. $30 to go. Keep those feet moving. Last 15. Crew, we get that break in 3, 2, 1. Taking that breather. And crew,